Hello, NDSU. My name is Henry.
And I am Mackenzie Stockwell.
And welcome back to another episode of Bin News. We have a lot to cover this week, so make sure to stick around.
The Speculative Architecture and Oblique Representation exhibit has just opened and will be open from now until the 10th of April. The exhibit features work from NDSU's Master of Architecture program, which was curated by Dr. Stephen Witscher. The exhibit's website explains that the pieces displayed are heavily conceptual works, which distill a wide range of values, philosophies, and historical references, and personal interpretation to convey the essence of a complex issue. The closing ceremony will be April 8th from 5 till 7, with talks beginning at 5:30, and food and drinks will be provided in the Memorial Union Art Gallery.
As a reminder to all NDSU students that student elections are set to take place next week on the 8th of April, with the unofficial results being released the next day. This is an important time for all students who take an interest in bettering student life here on campus. We encourage everyone to do research on candidates and make informed decisions.
Senators John Hoeven and Kevin Kramer and Representative Julie Fedorchak recently announced that NDSU's own Bison football team will be able to visit the White House and U.S. Capitol on April 9th. They have been invited to meet the president after winning the NCAA Division I FCS National Championship. President Cook spoke on this, saying, "Our Bison football team's national championship victory is a source of great pride for the entire NDSU community and the state of North Dakota. Their invitation to the White House highlights the exceptional talent and determination of our student athletes. We thank Senators Hoeven and Kramer and Representative Fedorchak for joining us in celebrating this remarkable milestone."
Show Your Work, a look behind the scenes, will take place Wednesday, April 30th at noon in the Oseti-Sakowan Ballroom at NDSU for the annual fashion show, produced by Fashion Show Production Class. This production team is composed of students from the ARMED program, Apparel, Retail, Merchandising, and Design, and across the School of Design, Architecture, and Art. The theme this year is built on the collective interests of sharing the details, trusting the processes, highlighting people who are behind it all, and providing a look at what it takes to make a fashion show happen. As in the past, the fashion show will include an impressive list of area boutiques and retailers, as well as student designers and community partners that help make the show a success. New this year, Show Your Work will present capstone collections from 3 graduating seniors. In addition, the apparel, fit, and construction class has partnered with Gigi's Playhouse to create a one-of-a-kind garments tailored to individuals with Down syndrome. The project participants, and garments will be featured at the heart of this show. In local news, last Wednesday, a man pulled from the Fargo Red River has died. The 63-year-old man was missing from Moorhead before being found and recovered from the Red River. He was transported to the Stanford Medical Center, where he was later pronounced dead. His name is currently being withheld until his family has been notified.
Last week, Bruhala hosted a glamorous Galactic Rodeo event, which drew many people to explore local art and food in Bruhala, as well as to experience live curated entertainment and many fun interactive experiences here. The next night bazaar is a few months out and will be held June 26th in Broadway Square from 6 till 10 p.m. This future night bazaar will have a Renaissance theme.
In breaking news, a new Star Wars is to be announced and released this weekend. April Fools! We here at Bandla always like to have a good laugh, but it's always important to make sure sources are not misinformation.
Henry, are you okay? Henry? Henry? All right. In recent weeks, there has been a growing list of countries issuing travel warnings for their citizens traveling to the U.S. As of March 27th, France, Canada, Denmark, Germany, Finland, Ireland, and the UK have all issued warnings encouraging their citizens to take more precautions if planning to travel to the US. This comes alongside 3 Germans being detained at the US border. Countries are stressing the fact that despite holding valid travel documents, border agents are the ones with authority to allow you to pass or to detain you. Along with an increase of strict authoritarian border patrol, countries have also taken increased precautions due to the change in policy and acknowledgement of trans and non-binary people. Ireland's government website issued guidance specifically for transgender travelers. Many countries have not stated a specific reason for these travel warnings. However, the timing suggests that the Trump administration's executive orders regarding immigration, tightening of border policies, and an eradication of transgender legality are responsible. Last week, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth accidentally leaked war plans to bomb Yemen in a group chat by adding Atlantic editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg. In this chat, it was detailed that detailed plans about timing and weapons systems that the U.S. was planning to use against Houthi militants in Yemen. The texts come as a shock, as the platform being used to hold these conversations was on commercial messaging platform that former security officials worry could be valuable to hackers. The Trump administration has responded, but seeking to discredit the Atlantic and downplaying the chat, saying that there was no classified or sensitive details in it. And that's all for this week of local, national, and school news.
No kid deserves to go hungry, but try as they might, not every family can afford to put food on the table every day. That's why the Great Plains Food Bank and their partner agencies work every day to bring food to our hungry neighbors. Every dollar donated can provide 4 meals for those in need. Go to greatplainsfoodbank.org and donate today, so no kid in North Dakota ever has to go hungry.
My name is Becky Parker, and I'm a news anchor at WDAY-TV. I graduated from NDSU in 2010 with a degree in journalism, broadcasting, and mass communication technologies, and then I had an emphasis on broadcasting. Principles of broadcast production and advanced broadcast production. Those were favorites because they were the most relevant for career experience. You're calling people for interviews, you're writing an article. It doesn't just feel like an assignment, it's like actually doing it. I was the news director for the first full semester of the Bison Information Network. The BIN advisor here was very much invested in me to actually have a career in broadcasting. He helped me get my internship and my first job. The people in NDSU's Department of Communication are really interested and helpful in getting students the connections that they need in order to get a job beyond school.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU Bookstore has everything you need in your 2 favorite colors, green and gold.
30 minutes over a cup of coffee. Queen to H5 at the park. Thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, confetti emojis. Loaded nachos at halftime. A spin dash for the win. Best 2 out of 3. And the time it takes to enjoy a slice or two, you can make a difference. Because yeah, mentorship sounds huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big.
Huh? Oh, okay. Welcome back to another week of your Bison Sports Report. My name is Shania LaRue. The North Dakota State baseball team pulled off a stunning 11-8 comeback victory over Northern Colorado last Sunday. After a 6-3 Northern Colorado lead through the first 6 innings, the Bison turned their fate around, taking a 7-6 lead of their own after 4 runs on 4 hits in the 7th. Dante Smith kicked off the rally with an RBI single, and Noah Gordon followed with a 3-run home run. NDSU extended their lead to 10-6 in the 8th with an additional 3 runs, which set the tone for the Bison to score a total of 8 runs over the final 3 innings, sealing the win. Smith was the standout, going for 4 for 4 with an RBI and 2 stolen bases. Garrick Shute struck out 3 in 3.2 innings, while Skylar Redinger also fanned 3 and didn't allow a walk in 2.2 innings of work. As a team, NDSU totaled 15 hits and improved to 4-2 in the Summit League play. The Bison will face Omaha this Friday, April 4th at 4 p.m. in Nebraska. North Dakota State softball secured a 4-2 win last weekend on the road against the Kansas City Roos. The Bison dominated right out the gate, stealing second and scoring off a pitch for an early lead of 3-0 by the 2nd inning. Kansas City got on the scoreboard in the 6th, but NDSU extended their lead to 4-1 in the 7th. The Roos added another run in the final inning, but it wasn't enough to overcome the Bison's lead. Addie Bowers allowed 1 run on 7 hits with 4 strikeouts. Caitlin Dunford also recorded a strikeout and set up 1 run on a single hit. Freshman Amai Hanta had a single RBI, 2 runs scored, and 3 stolen bases. The ladies are set to travel down to Wisconsin this Tuesday for a 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. doubleheader against the Badgers in Madison to wrap up non-conference play. It is almost spring, and women's basketball is still hitting the hardwood. It was a battle of determination and grit as the North Dakota State Bison took on the New Mexico State Aggies in a thrilling matchup during the Women's National Invitation Tournament this past Monday for a final score of 68-65. Both teams rallied throughout the first half, exchanging buckets, but it was NDSU who found themselves leading 34-31 by halftime. Going into the 3rd, Bison found their rhythm and pushed their lead into the 4th, keeping the Aggies at bay. With minutes just left in the regulation, New Mexico cut the deficit to a single point, but the Bison stayed calm under pressure and held their ground and sealed the Aggies' fate, securing a close but well-earned victory. Avery Coonan led the Bison in scoring with 17 points. Abby Kozwinski put up 15 points of her own. Senior guard Abby Schulte also contributed offensively with 11 points and 3 assists as well. In other news, the North Dakota State track and field team competed in their outdoor season opener at the UTSA Invitational. Henry? The UTSA Invitational on Saturday, and it was a solid start for the Bison. The men's team set new records and showcased several athletes achieving personal bests. Andrew Berg won the high jump, clearing 6'8" for a new personal record. Ethan Moe finished 2nd in the 1500 meter with a time of 3:51.88. And freshman Brooke Turner made a strong debut in the 110 meter hurdles, posted a time of 13:94, which places him 2nd in NDSU's all-time record book. It was also a record-breaking day for the Bison's women's track and field team as senior Arian Birch set a new NDSU high jump record of 1.86 meters. Reagan Beasler claimed victory in the 1500 meter, finishing with a time of 4:29.57. Jace Johansson achieved a personal best of 12:11.50 in the pole vault, earning 2nd place and moving into 7th on NDSU's all-time outdoor list. Kendon Stingle took 3rd in the 400 meter hurdles, crossing the line in 1:03.19. Overall, this weekend was a strong performance to kick off the outdoor season for the Bison men and women, and NDSU will look to build on this momentum as they continue their season. Both teams will be back in action April 3rd to the 5th at the Mike Finelli Track Classic in San Francisco. Well, that's all I have for news today, Bison Nation. Have a great week.